Good morning. How y'all doing? Happy Thursday. Good morning. Happy new moon. Yes, today is the new moon. Or I believe it was last night. Yes, yes, yes. Happy new moon. All right, so this is a dark read. It might be a little disturbing for some. If you see me pausing a bit or a lot while I'm doing this read, but it needs to be told, okay? So, all right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afrozian. And today I'm reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? I need to get some new flowers, child. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me, to shop in my store, all that information is in the description box below, okay? So please keep in mind that this is a collective read. Good morning. How you doing, DJ? This is a collective read. Not everything that I'm going to mention to you is going to resonate, okay? Please keep in mind, yeah, this is a collective read. Let's get into this read here. Channel message here is an unhinged ex is going after a toxic friend. Okay, somehow you are included in this, but you're not included in this. And I'll break it down, of course. But there's an unhinged ex that is very, 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 very ignorant, very angry when it comes to people crossing them. They don't like when people get the best of them. They don't like when people lie to them. They don't like when people hide things behind their back, but yet they are known to be a habitual liar. This could be a woman or a man. Take it how it resonates. Someone fumbled you big time. Big, big, big time. And they're literally kicking themselves in the patooey because of how they treated you. So they were in a space where they were able to self-reflect, and they realized that you were right all along. Right all along, to the point where it's actually making them sick to their stomach in regards to how they treated you, okay? Now, when you realize that this person wasn't anything, they weren't ish, you decided to disconnect from them. Great job. And they thought that they were going to get you first before you got them. See, the way that this person thinks, or the way that they perceive life, specifically when it comes to relationships here, is that they're always going to have the upper hand over the person within the dynamic of the connection or the relationship here. Reason being is because they just feel, or their outlook on life is that everyone is not good. Everyone is bad or negative and evil. I don't really think that or feel that way, because clearly I'm speaking to you guys as a divine collective here, and you guys are one that will rather have peace than actually to be arguing and fighting over foolish things in this nature here. So this ex did not believe you. They thought that you were putting on a show, or they thought that you were hiding something from them. So they started to treat you in a very ill manner. But the reason why they started to treat you in a very ill manner here is because a very toxic friend that was close to you at one point in time, or maybe they're still close to you right now, but take it how it resonates. But there was a toxic friend here that were speaking a lot of negativity or speaking derogatory things about you behind this person's back. This toxic friend here was always jealous of you, very envious of you because of who you are, your stature, just who you are in general. They didn't like the way that you look. You could be very handsome, very easy on the eyes. You could be very beautiful. The way you move through life is more so like just water is just flowing effortlessly, you know, like it's an effortless thing when it comes to you because you the bomb.com. Listen here, okay, stand up and take a bow, take a curtsy. I'm talking about divine collective, so they're gonna have to put some respect on your name, period. It is what it is, you know. And they didn't like that you will always take the attention away from them, right? So this is just an example. Let's just say you were dealing with this toxic friend at one point in time. Remember, this could be for a male toxic friend or a woman toxic friend. Okay, take it how it resonates. But when you were around this person, it's just like when you walked into the room lit up. That's the confidence that you exude, the confidence that's innately within you. And they couldn't understand, they couldn't comprehend as to why every time you're able to walk into a room or just any type of, you know, facility or scenario here, that all eyes were on you. So it started to create a very, very deep rooted, seated hate or jealousy and envy for you. And this person knew at the time, if you were connected with a person or ex-lover here, they were fully aware that you were connected with them. So they wanted to put you in a position where this connection actually turned very abusive or more so like a domestic violence situation here. Hey, Timothy. Hey, Ren. Hey, Ashley. Hey, y'all. Hey, Anush. Hey, y'all. Hey, hey. Hey, Alzada. How you doing? How you doing, boo? Hello. Let me say hi to y'all. Hey, boo. Hey, Verna. Miss Verna. How you doing, boo? Miss Blacklisted. Hey, boo, Monique. Hey, hey, hey. How y'all doing on this good Thursday? Okay. Hey, Alicia. Hey, nobody. Okay. So this toxic friend made it their duty or their mission to ensure that they would twist the lies in regards to your reputation or twist the lies in regards to how you would appear towards other people. And they knew that when you were in this connection at the time, that you were at the time feeling this person, or you wanted to explore to ensure that the connection stays in a very, you know, positive or healthy connection here. Hey, B2. Hey, Sierra. Okay. Hey, Abs. So what they did here is that when they talk to you, so I'll give you an example. Let's just say this toxic friend will call you and be like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. Da, da, da. How's everything with you and such and such? Or, you know, they would kind of like push that in or be very strategic in regards to trying to pick your mouth to kind of seeing what is the climate or the temperature of the connection at the time here. And when they realized at the time that you guys were on good terms or probably even on great terms here, they felt very, very disgusted by that, because it's like, why is it that every time you go for something, you're able to achieve it? Why is it that every time that whatever you touch turns to gold? Like, that's just the energy that you carry within yourself here. And they wanted to take that from you. They didn't want you to feel like that life should be very easy or overflowing for you here, because it wasn't for them. So what they did here is that they started to speak very ill about you towards this unhinged ex. Okay, well, before they were unhinged, it was just an ex, but they started to speak, we'll say, death into the connection here. Oh, you shouldn't talk to the collective. You need to stay away from the collective. The collective had many different people that they talked to. The collective is sleeping around with many different people, and we all know that's not true here. But instead of the toxic ex coming towards you and saying, hey, your friend said this about you, this toxic ex believed everything that this ex has said, because once again, or yet again, they always thought that you were hiding something. It's always something that's very, very mysterious to you as to they weren't able to penetrate. There's certain parts of you that you may have kept quiet or hidden, and they were trying to penetrate through that and they weren't able to. So they thought that they struck gold or they hit the jackpot when this toxic friend came towards them to start to speak ill or negative about you here, because in their eyes, on their perception of things, it's like, well, why would this so-called friend lie about you, you know? Fast forward, everything is out in the open here, and now that this toxic ex has finally been able to sit down and reflect on everything that has transpired, they realize that you were telling the truth 100%. They realize that you're not the one to gossip and argue and fight with other people because it's just very unnecessary. It doesn't really serve a purpose here. You're very peaceful. You prefer to be peaceful, then more so prefer to be very violent, you know? Not saying that you could be, maybe you do have that other side of you, but you really prefer to be more so peaceful when it comes to how you do things on a day-to-day here, okay? So with that being said here, now this unhinged ex is actually going after the toxic friend. And I mean going after the toxic friend to the point where they may put hands on them. So I'm going to dive deeper into this because I feel like this toxic friend really felt like at the time that this was a serious matter. For whoever can resonate, you may have been in a very toxic, volatile domestic situation here, and that was based on the lies that this toxic friend has said about you towards this ex here. So now this ex feels like because you don't want anything to do with them, like they're completely dead to you. They don't exist. Like you already had a funeral, a mental funeral in your head, and you know, surrounding this person here. You don't want anything to do with this person. And this person is realizing that you won't accept their calls, you're not responding to the text messages, emails, whatever, however, here. And they feel very slighted or more so disrespected, or they feel like they've been played out of being in your life. They feel like the position that they had in your life is no longer available, and they really, really, really feel some type of way about that. So since this person is in a reflective state here, all of the truth has been coming to the surface here, and they're starting to seethe or writhe with anger. You know, just like, I can't believe it, in that kind of way. So now this unhinged ex, they're becoming very unhinged because now they're going back towards this toxic friend to ask the correct questions or the right questions, and this toxic friend is not answering their calls. They're not responding to messages, emails, whatever the type of correspondence is here. So now the ex is now have became unhinged or become unhinged to the point where they're not going to stop until they see some form of something negative happen towards this toxic friend. And to be honest here, it's going to be very successful. I have to be honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat with you. I'm not. When it comes to the matters of the heart, and this is a whole collective reading, so either you're karmic or actual on the collective side here, I don't advise others to play with the heart or mind of other people, despite them being a negative person or a positive person. I don't agree with trying to set people up for failure, because that's basically what this friend did here, or this toxic friend. They attempted to set you up for failure because they thought that this toxic ex would have actually unalived you. That's what they were expecting. They really were. You are like the Marsha of the Brady Bunch. If you ever watched the Brady Bunch before, the Brady Bunch was a show back in the 1960s or 70s that more so specify a huge family of two people that came together. The father had their own set of children, and the mother had her own set of children here, and they came together in a huge family dynamic here. And more so the spotlight was mainly on Marsha. So you had Marsha and you had Jan, which were sisters. And Jan was very, 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 very jealous. It was very noticeable. It was always out there in regards to just how jealous Jan was of Marsha, because how they depicted Marsha. Marsha was very beautiful with long hair. She was always brushing her hair. You know, she get the handsome guys, and you know, she was just a very popular teenager at the time. And Jan did not understand or couldn't understand why is it that she will always get the center of attention here. So it grew a huge jealousy, or more so a rift between Jan and Marsha. But I really feel like it was very one-sided here. Thank you, Sierra. Okay, it was very one-sided, of course. So what's happening here is that now that this person, this ex, is reflecting and this toxic friend is not responding, it's making them look more guilty because they're not responding by the things that they have done towards you here. So this toxic ex is going above and beyond to make sure that they are going to cause a harsh reality towards this toxic friend. So as I said in meditation earlier, I just kept hearing It's war. It's war, because once again, this toxic ex can't get anywhere near you, or they can't connect with you anymore. And they feel like it is the reason why they can't connect with you is because they listen to the lies as to what this toxic friend has said, and now they want payback. If they can't be with you, somebody has to pay. This is how this unhinged ex feels. They want to be with you by any means necessary. And they're willing to do anything possible to prove to you that they're willing to get back into your good graces. You don't want anything to do with this person. They refuse to take no for an answer. They refuse, and they feel, this is how they feel. They feel that if they show that they could, I gotta be careful what I say, but they feel that if they show that if they put this person in their place, I put it in that way, that will make you come back towards them. To be honest, that part will make you run even further away, if that makes sense. Because this person is very violent, belligerent, and very ignorant when it comes to the matters of the heart. This ex feels like or felt like that you have abandoned them, and they are dealing with a lot of abandonment issues. The abandonment issues may stem from an actual mother figure or a father figure, take it how it resonates, but they have a lot of enlarged abandonment issues here that they're not able to more so heal from. So when this person goes through some form of an abandonment from anyone, it doesn't matter who it is, they always feel like that they need some form of revenge to more so soften that blow to the abandonment that they've experienced here. And this toxic friend is at the forefront or at the top of the food chain right now in regards to becoming chopped down. It's war. It's really war. War against this toxic friend. And I don't feel like that this toxic friend is going to see this here. This is very specific, as I mentioned, okay? Since this toxic friend came up against you, they lost everything. Everything. They lost their, if they had spiritual gifts, they lost that. If they had a home, they lost that. If they had a job, they lost that. If they had happiness at one point in time, they lost that. Anything that will make you feel very comfortable or peaceful within your space or your state of self, this person does not have that anymore. So all they have left is just, they're just hanging by a string when it comes to their life here. They lost it all completely here, and they're trying to figure out how they can get out of survival mode back into a space of thriving. Now, this toxic friend here were never thriving on their own. They were thriving because you were around. You've helped this toxic friend from time to time. For whoever resonates, you may have even given them a place to stay. Yes, I'm slimming down. Thank you, boo. Let me take a bow. You noticing you, boo. I've been working out, okay? Yeah, boo. My birthday coming up. I gotta look good for 40, you know? So I've been putting in the work. Yes, thank you for noticing. I appreciate you. Okay? Yes, sir. Thank you, no, I really am slimming down. I'm about to be 40 next year. I'll be 39 this year. But for my 40th, I really want to, so I've been working really hard in the gym. But thank you. But enough about me. Let me focus on the read. So this unhinged ex is starting to go after this toxic friend in regards to their last whereabouts, where they hang around, where they be, and stuff like that. And I really feel like that this toxic friend here could be doing like some form of like Uber or some form of like Lyft here, because they have exhausted all of their options in regards to how to make money. However it resonates, this person may have had a 9-to-5, they lost it. If they were an entrepreneur, they may have lost that ability to actually be in this entrepreneurship, niche or area here, basically meaning that like whatever they post, they don't get sales. Like if they do readings or videos or any type of like content created and things of that nature, it's not panning out in the way that they anticipate, okay? So what's going on here now is that now this friend is trying to focus on their finances, and that's the most important thing that they're focusing on. But to be honest, I really feel like they're in it. What's it called? Imminent danger. Hold on, let me look that up because I'm not afraid to look up stuff. Hold on. Imminent. IMM. Imminent. I think that's immediate though, but let me double check. Yeah, so overhanging, impending. It's the etymology, imminent. IMMIENT. They're in impending danger or it don't look good. 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 And I feel like that because of how unhinged that this toxic ex has became, and I feel like they may have actually said that as well too, that they become very obsessed or they become very unhinged in regards to people kind of like, doing foolish things here. And I honestly feel like that they're going to get their wish here. So it's actually war. It's the ex versus the ex-friend over you, about you. You're not going to be in trouble. You're okay. Don't even worry about it. But I still feel like you should be aware as to how this ex is coming about you over a friend, which is very odd because they don't have to, because you don't want them, They don't have to do any of this because you don't want them. But deep in their mind, the way that they're calculated within their mind, it's more like they're on reserve, on emergency reserve, or they have like a syntax error where they have a point to prove when it comes to you, and there's really no point to prove because it is what it is. So if this toxic friend do like a Uber or a Lyft, some kind of like a service of that nature, may do like a flex, an Amazon flex, something like that, some kind of a car share, some kind of something like that here, they need to be very careful. That's a very strong warning actually, and I'm kind of shocked that I'm actually giving this warning, but it's a very, very, very strong warning for this so-called friend to not be doing this so-called ride shares or car shares and things of that nature, because the risk, the danger is very, very, is very prominent. It's very evident. It's at the 100%. Like, when they have us Homeland Security, if you follow Homeland Security, they give reports on a day-to-day, and it's like on a sliding scale, and it lets you know like how, what's the threat to the whole, the country here, United States, in regards to, is like a low threat, a higher threat, be mindful of your background, things of that nature. That's just what I saw. So it's like a sliding scale between like, when it's in red, you may have like a green, a yellow, and an orange or whatever. And like red is like the highest of it all, meaning like, you really need to be mindful of where you are and who you, hang around with and stuff like that. And I feel like because this ex, this unhinged ex, this ex is now unhinged here, I do feel like that they know a lot of people. I do, I'm gonna be honest here. I feel like they know a lot of low vibrational individuals here that don't really have a lot to lose, and they're going to put their mouth, or they're going to test it, or they're going to put their money where their mouth is. And I have to be honest, I strongly feel they want to be very successful here. I do. It was a very eerie feeling that I was feeling when I was in meditation earlier. And it's just sad that a lot of people tend to play with other people's heart because for whatever reason they're jealous, they're envious, or they feel like that they can, they feel like that they can do whatever they want to do. And you have to be very careful in regards to flaunting yourself in that way, specifically when a person is causing harm towards another person. You don't know how that person who you're causing harm to, you don't know how they're going to check out. You don't know how they're going to react. You don't know how they're going to flip out here. And this ex is seeing nothing but rage or red because of how this toxic friend has lied towards you here. So they're going to need some form of protection. Is it spiritual protection? They don't have any spiritual protection. Their gifts have been taken from them. They don't have any protection. So they're not able to use their discernment. They're not able to follow their intuition because it's been completely taken from them. And that's an actual real thing. If you have profound gifts or just gifts from spirits or source, it is highly recommended that you don't abuse it. Again, I can't tell you guys what to do. I can just advise and suggest, and you got to do what's best for you here. But it's it's not looking good for this friend here. And I feel like this friend may be trying to get out of Dodge Way, or they could be trying to move to a different city or state. But I don't know anything about this. This is what I'm picking up spiritually. I don't think you can move across another city or town with an Uber car. Again, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I've never done that before. I don't know how that works. But I just keep seeing a big X over this person's car. So if they're doing like a Uber or Lyft here and they're trying to get out of Dodge to like move to a different city or a different state, it's not going to work. They're in imminent danger. And I don't think they understand how serious this is, because this X here is really watching them, or like a fine tooth comb. We have the red light, traffic light, and photographer. When you think of a photographer is someone that pays attention to details to ensure that they get the best shot of the person, or the, you know, whatever the subject will be at the time here. And this person not only is paying attention to them with a fine tooth comb here, they're judging them very harshly, because this X can't come towards you here. They feel like their life has been destroyed by what this toxic friend has said about you here, and they want to fight. They want to tussle. We're going to look at mittens as a form of we're going to look at mittens as a form of like boxing gloves, just for this sake here, okay? So it's like somebody wanted to put the paws on someone, or someone wants to duke it out with this person. So it could be two males, it could be two women, it could be a male against a woman. Take it how it resonates. Just take it how it resonates here. But whoever your ex here is, they're sick to their stomach that they can no longer have access to you here. Don't play with people's emotions, and don't play with people's hearts. There are a lot of unhinged people, unhealthy, unhinged people out here that are willing to lose whatever dignity that they have left. And some don't have anything left. And this person is just seeing red. Red, 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 red. We got a t-shirt here. Somebody may end up on a t-shirt. Baby. Watch it play out. Watch it play out. This ex is so unhinged. They do follow that storyline. If I can't have you, no one can, but not you. More so towards this toxic friend, because they feel like their life has been destroyed based on lies that they listen to. This toxic ex has to take accountability for listening to the lies. They don't want to take accountability for the lies that they listen to. So they feel like someone has to pay. Stay far away from that. Don't have any communication with this person. If you're currently still in communication, please stay away from that. Please take my advice when I say this is not going to play out well. Stay far away from that, please. I don't care how much they on bended knees, they begging towards you, they crying, they snot running out their nose. I'm telling you, please stay away from that, please. You made it very clear that you don't want anything to do with this person, and that person is very unhinged, and somebody has to pay because they can't be with you, which is very, to be honest, that's very scary, very, very scary. Just stay away from that, please. I don't know who that message is for. Stay away from that. Don't open up any doors back to the past. Leave that alone. Stay away from that. Causing you to lose your appetite. They're sick to their stomach that they can't be near you. They will play victim once they know they're losing. So then we have root work here. Seek someone to help you with a protection spell. This friend don't even see this coming. The person causes you negativity is an air sign. So it could be an air sign friend. Take it how it resonates. Their protection don't work. Their spiritual parts don't work. If they're into like candle work or praying or whatever, however method or mode that they do here, it doesn't work. Can you imagine being on earth, you walking earth, and you have no protection whatsoever? You have no spiritual protection whatsoever? That's very scary. To be a menace to society with no protection from spirit. They've been completely stripped bare to the bone, and they keep calling upon this so-called friend here, this air sign friend, keeps calling upon a higher source, a higher spirit, or also even energies, deities to protect them. And there's no protection around this person. It's none. They think or they feel that they are protected, and they're not. I'm telling you, they're not. But they feel that they are. Okay. And they're going to be met. They're going to be met with, they're going to have a very, not even close encounter. They're going to be walking with the Grim Reaper. Because that's the energy that this X is on right now. I can't talk to this. I can't talk to the collective. The collective won't this. The collective won't da-da-da-da-da. They are very upset. Do they have the right to be upset? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know. Because they listened to what this person had to say. They were jealous of you. You were the Marsha, whether you are a man or a woman. You, hey, Christopher, you were the Marsha of this situation here, and they were the Jan. Even remember when Jan tried to cut, I think she tried to cut her hair, or maybe she put gum in her hair, or something like that. I think she put gum in Marsha's hair. And when Marsha got up, she was still able, and she realized there was gum in her hair. She cut it short, and it still looked good on her, you know? I just keep feeling homicide. I'm sorry. Like, I just keep feeling like a first 48. I'm going to be so for real with you. That's what I keep feeling strongly, a first 48. And it's making this ex even more upset and angry because this toxic friend is not responding to them. They know what happened. And they're just looking for them. Oh my God. They feel like they have to pay for what they placed them through. This toxic ex has lost their job. They lost their home, or on the verge of losing their home. They lost their car. They lost their dignity. They lost their respect. They lost you. They lost everything. We have claiming credit. Oh, wow. We have claiming credit over your success. So far, we just have the air sign out here. So take how it resonates. You could have been a friend. You could have been an air sign that was a friend to someone, or there's a friend that's an air sign. Take how it resonates. But claiming credit over your success and trickster spirits. Sudden loss of memory. Things end up missing. So this toxic friend were connecting with a trickster spirit because they love playing with spirits. They actually love to connect with energies of the underworld. Okay. Strongly hearing Anubis. Anubis is an energy or a deity that walks in the underworld, or more so protects the underworld. It's the energy of death, to be honest, like the god of death. That's one of Anubis' traits, but it's a darker trait. And they love to work with Anubis here. But Anubis actually became a trickster spirit to this actual friend here. And this so-called friend wanted to claim credit over your success. Hey, Kai. Hey, girl. How you been, boo? Wow, we have Jupiter retrograde. So Jupiter is known for expansion, but because it's in retrograde, things are regressing back. So when they thought that they were going to expand with lies surrounding you, is actually pushing them to regress back into a space where they really going to have to figure out how to protect themselves, because this ex is coming really hard towards this friend. And I strongly feel they're going to be successful. This toxic friend tried to set you up to take the fall for what's happening to them. And it's not working at all. Basically say, it's the collective's fault, it's the collective's fault. It's not your fault, because you're still growing and you're still thriving. You're still thriving. Hi, Darnell. How you doing, boo? Hey, thank you, yours. Thank you, boo. You're still thriving. So they realized that you weren't the issue at all. It was between this unhinged ex and this unhinged friend. For some of you guys, this unhinged friend thought it would be best to sleep with this ex to leverage out with sex. For some odd reason, some people, not all, some people feel like that if they sleep with a person, that they will be able to have a hold on them. It's not that serious. To me, sex is just not that serious. It's just not. And this is what they lead with. Nasty, raw, smelly, sour sex is what they lead with. And look what it led them to. The nastiness of being raw and uncouth with their smelly, sour sex. Look where it led them to. It led them down a path of destruction. Oh, I'm going to sleep with the collective's ex. And I'm going to take them away from the collective. Thank you, toxic friend. Thank you, toxic ex. Have at it. You can sleep, you can suck, you could do it, you could joke, you could rhyme, you could jam, you could do whatever you want. We don't care. We don't business that. Take the toxic ex and freaking go right off into the dusty sunset. We don't give a flying F. Thank you for taking them off our hands. Thank you for taking them out our life. We don't give a flying F what you decide to do with your sour puss, your sour cunt, or your sour penis. We don't care. We don't care. No one, and this is me specifically speaking, no one can hurt me based on what you do with your parts, your nasty parts. My parts are clean. My glory hole is clean and intact. I don't go out there just share, here. I don't do that. So I don't care what you do with yourself, because that would not affect me. It would never affect me. And this is what this toxic friend is realizing. That you realize that they slept with your ex. And they realize it didn't faze you. Why should that faze you? They did it. They did it. This toxic ex is an escort, or they sleep with people for money. That's a form of prostitution. Can we talk about it? What people do is what they do. But what this friend do here is that they sleep with people for money. They can't keep a job. They can't keep a roof over their head. Hell, they can't even keep a car. And there's no disrespect, I promise you, but I'm speaking about this particular sour derelict is who I'm speaking about here. I ain't speaking about everybody as a whole. This particular toxic sour derelict is who I'm speaking about here. They can't even keep a car. They can't afford a used car. Shoot, they can't even afford a brand new car. Why will I be upset at you? They don't even have their basic necessities of life in a priority. I have my priority. I have a nice, beautiful home that I'm living in. My car is great. I'm good. The basic necessity. I had food in my home. My home is nice and cool. I ain't worried about that stuff. Not important to me. They're trying to be in a position where you are. They don't even have the basic necessities. So what exactly am I feeling? Oh God, and oh God, why you do that to me? For what reason? Make it make sense. Now this toxic ex slept with this friend. This friend has a running package or a package here. And we all know the STD card gonna come out when I pull out my petty deck here. They have an STD that they were spreading around because this toxic friend wanted the ex to come back and sleep with you to infect you. You don't find that to be very diabolical? So not only is this ex very, very slighted or feel very disrespected by this friend, they're realizing they have an incurable STD. You dodge a bomb. You dodged a bomb. You dodge a bullet. You dodge a train. You dodge a runaway train. You dodged it all. They're the one that have to sit with that, not you. Yes, they are a fake spiritualist. Yes, they are. Do not play with spirituality. I don't care what background you come from. Please don't play with it. And don't lie to yourself. Spirituality is the path of self. And if you're not going to be very open and honest with self, you're going to have a very hard time being successful with spirituality. Spirituality is the path of self. It is the lessons of self. And you cannot lie to self if you want to be the best person or the best version of self. That ain't going to work, little dog. It's just not. So all these individuals out here that claim to be, oh, and I'm this and I'm that, it's proving otherwise. You got a friend that has to do Uber or Lyft, and I'm not coming at it as a whole, but specifically this person here that has to, that's their last resource to make money. They don't even have a permanent roof over their head. They're struggling in their day-to-day, and they keep showing up as if everything is A-okay. Everything is not A-okay. And if they decide to go to the cops or the police or whatever the case may be, they're just going to incriminate themselves in regards to what they have done towards the ex. Not even you. Let's push you to safety because that's where you are currently. You're safe from all this foolishness, but you still need to be aware as to what's going on here because that's sometimes the way karma works. You have every right to be informed in regards to how certain karmas play out here since they wanted to involve you in this foolishness here. Your spirit team literally pushed you, forced you, or even kicked you out of this situation here to get you to safety. Some of you guys are a little hard-headed. I'll even put myself in this part right here. Yeah, I had moments where I was very hard-headed. And I had moments where I had my head knocked between the dryer and the goddamn washer. And I'm like, oh, shh. So, yeah, I'll put myself in there. I ain't going to lie about that. Yeah, I'll put myself in that. And I was like, oh, let me get myself together. And the moment that I realized, that, I was like, okay, this ain't for play. This for real. And I said, okay, I'm listening, spirit. And I took my black ass. Yeah, I said I took my black ass about that MF, and I learned my lesson, okay? When spirit say to move, you better move, okay? Because spirit be like, didn't I tell your ass to move? You be like, okay, all right, I'm listening. Yeah, I don't want that issue no more. Trust me, I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke at all, okay? Sorry, y'all. Oh, man. But anywho, we have posting things directed towards you instead of coming to you completely or directly. So you have this friend here, this so-called friend, that can face you face to face. So they have to, what's the word? I'll say inappropriately, but they won't directly post things about you to your face. They won't tag you or anything. You know, they're just basically spilling out their guts as to how they feel towards you, but they're not saying any names here. And people who can see are realizing that they're speaking about you here. So they're just a very coward individual here. And look how far their cowardness is going to get them. It says unexplained freak accident. Yes, it is. It's an unexplained freak accident. They can get into a bad car accident. Somebody can run them off the road. Something bad. They're turning others against you. I mean, they can't turn anyone against you that's not for you. Keep that in the back of your beautiful mind. They can't turn anyone against you that's not for you. They were never for you. That doesn't make sense. So if someone listens to what another person has to say, okay, cool. Kudos to them. Arrivederci, au revoir. They're their own worst enemy. For whoever resonates, maybe this ex was a street runner. Okay, take that how that resonates. So if they out and they play outside in the streets, you catch my drift. I ain't gotta go too deep into that. Okay. They're looking for them and they'll be very successful. And they are trusting the process. This ex is trusting the process. They will go to jail for that, though. This may make the news, newspaper, local news. This friend has a car that was repossessed, which is why they're doing like Uber and Lyft. You know how sometimes, if you're aware, I think you can rent Uber or rent the car from Uber, but you have to pay whatever you have to pay for the week or for the month or something like that. This is just an example. Let's say that this person is renting from Uber or Lyft and they have to pay like $600 a week or a month or something like that. Once they pay that, then they can, whatever other funds they've received is what they keep here. So they're in a bind. It's more so like they're like in a predatory bind of finances. Like those predatory check cash in place or title loans and things of that nature. When you go and you apply for a loan and the loan is like 1,400 percent over the thing. They give you $1,000 and at the end of the loan or the installment, you owe like 20,000. Something like real predatory in that kind of way. Like that's the energy that they're currently in. Their money feels very predatory. Like every time they receive money or they get money or they accrue money or they acquire money, it kind of like flows through their hand here. It's a financial success is in reverse. For some, I feel like you want to take this person to court. I don't think you'll get anything. I'm being honest. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I don't think you'll get anything from this person because this person don't have anything. They don't have a job. They don't have wages. They don't have money. It's like they're a sunken ship all by themselves. And if this friend have like kids or a child to take care of, God, spirit. Ooh. It's just not a good space. I'll just say that. It's not a good space. We have abundance in reverse. Oh. This unhinged ex is not going to, they're not going to stop. They're going to stop at nothing to ensure that they praying is in reverse. There's a friend here that's been praying for betterment, emotional exhaustion. God, please get me out of this. God, I will never do this again. As for me, when I said meditation and I literally tap into the collective's energy, I sometimes hear people's prayers. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna sugarcoat. I do. I hear some people's prayers and the type of things they be asking for is sometime. And when I look deeper into their spirit or their soul, I'm like, oh, that's weird. But some of the prayers to me doesn't make sense in regards to what comes to my meditation. And I just feel like this person's just been praying for like a betterment, praying for protection. And it's like, well, how are you going to pray for protection when they put you in harm's way? So they want to strip you down from your protection, but they can feel protected, or they feel the rights or need to be protected from what they're doing towards you. It doesn't work that way. Stop abusing spirituality. Shoot, even religion. Just stop abusing it to feel that it's going to work just for you, but it's not going to work for the person that you're trying to come towards, who didn't do anything towards you. They envied you because of the connection that you were in. You were in a toxic connection at the time. You envy a toxic connection? Well, who are you to fight over that? If that's what they want, let them have it. You want to fight over toxicity? Have it. You want to argue with trash? Have it. You want to sleep and lay with them? Have it. I'm not fighting for filth. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, what? Hold on. If you would like to book a reading, here it is. You can fill out the contact form, and I'm going to get back to you. It just doesn't make sense. Like, they sneaky. Because strong air sign. That's the only sign that came out thus far. I mean, Jupiter represents Pisces and also Sagittarius. So fire sign or air sign. This Libra is such a liar. They even lied that they were inappropriately touched. So if you were, or if you spoke about your story or your childhood story and this so-called friend were aware, they use your story as their own to get sympathy from other people. They lied about their history or their childhood history towards other people to get sympathy. You, on the other hand, if you spoke out about your, your childhood history here, or your childhood experience, you were telling the honest truth. And they thought this, again, take our resonance, this low vibrational Libra here thought that you were saying those things to get attention, and you don't move that way. You don't move that way at all. So you separated from the, come on, Spirit, you separated from this so-called, so far, Libra energy. Or any energy. Take out how resonance, any sign. But that's just what's popping out here, okay? You separated from this individual that was way too good to be true. Could be a Leo. Yeah, they use your story to capitalize off of your pain, because that's what they thought you were doing. They thought that you were using that or speaking up what happened as a form of sympathy. It's not sympathy. It's what happened. You're spreading awareness. Hey, this is what happened. I went through this. I experienced this. You know what I mean? They thought that you were just trying to, it was a come up, or you were using that in a negative way. And that's what they used to get ahead. Yeah, bully is in reverse. They ain't bullying you because they can't bully you because you didn't do anything. So they can't bully you. But this toxic ex is going to bully them. And they're not going to be, man, ooh, Spirit. Transition and financial failure. It's a false victim mentality or a false victimhood. This is why this so-called friend wanted to get close to you here, because once again, they knew that you were very mysterious, and what you allowed them to be in regards to your life here, they wanted to capitalize off of that. Illegal activity. Even went as far as to trying to get you inappropriately touched by another adult. So they wanted to re-traumatize you as well too. What I'm learning here is that when someone doesn't like you and you're not aware at the time, and you kind of, I don't want to say you, but things are placed in a way where things more so play out here. The deep-rooted hate or envy or jealousy that a person can have towards another person is very, very, very diabolical. What would possess a person to do something like this? Use your story against you to get sympathy? That's definitely beyond a mental instability. That's completely above being deranged. Lying through their teeth just to get attention because they feel like you have too much attention, trying to act like you, trying to be like you, even trying to dress like you. It's just very, very, very odd. And they don't think anything is wrong with what they're doing. It say plotting. Oh, God, spirit. Plotting and liar. This friend won't even see this coming, child. There's no protection around them. This friend told the ex that you were only there for their money. You make more money than the ex. You've always been self-sufficient for self. You've always been independent of self, not dependent. Independent of self. And this so-called toxic friend told this toxic lover that you were only there to spend their money. What money? What dinero? What yen? What peso? What dollars? What rupees? What Jamaican dollars? Trinity dollars? Don't make me go down the list of all the different types of currencies. What money? What money? If anything, you were probably supporting this toxic ex lifestyle. Let's keep it real. You were the money maker. You were the breadwinner in this connection. And I'm sure you have proof of that. They're always asking you to cash app them some money. They're always asking you to Venmo them some money. They're always asking you to PayPal them some money. What money? That's our moment here. And that freaking idiot, that ignorant derelict of a toxic ex, believe this toxic friend that you were after their money, but yet they asking you for money. Make it make sense? It could be a broke Scorpio, low vibrational. Not the high vibing ones like myself, okay? A low vibrational Scorpio that's broke, okay? So you may have had an ex-lover that was a low vibrational Scorpio that always asking you or pandering for money from you, and you have receipts in regards to that. My God. My God. And because this ex didn't have the money that you had, because you always stayed with some money, and you still stay with money here, they tried to control your asset. They tried, and they failed. Homeless. This friend even went as far as trying to get you to be homeless. Lie through the skin of their teeth or the back teeth that they don't have. All they do is lie, 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 and lie, lie, lie. That's all they do is lie and freaking lie. Lie, lie, lie. That should be their nickname, lie or liard. That's all they freaking do is lie. And look where lying get them. Homelessness, broke and freaking disgusted with a tower moment. A big idiot. It says secrets, and karma and burnt out. They burnt out by the secrets being exposed. Why would you think your secrets were safe with you, karmic friend? Why would you feel that? Why would you feel your nasty secrets would have been held close to your chest? We can see all what's going on in your chest. You need a good washcloth, a good scrub down. They need a good toilet brush to scrub all over your nasty body. This toxic friend here, because they don't like to bathe themselves and they don't like to shower themselves. You the liar, where Christ Jesus and all of this, he's the only truth. You don't even believe in Jesus Christ, your damn self. And to be telling me that I am a liar here, let's talk about you. What's your name? Elrod Jenkins. You the one out here that flinging your nasty hot crotch all over your area, your community here. You have many different child mother. You have about 4 different baby mamas here that don't even fuck with you. You have people here that are looking for you and trying to find you to cause harm to you. And guess what? They will. Elroy, what your name? E-L-R-O-D, however you say that foolish name here, Jenkins. You need to watch your fronts. You need to watch your back. You need to watch your sides, boo. You the one out here that's running around here with no protection whatsoever. Don't come for me, boo. Worry about that target that's on your front and your back that you can't hide from. How about that? They gonna come back and tell me, well, maybe we'll see obituary flying around somewhere. Find you something safe to play with, Elred, or whatever your name is, child. Hood rat, that what you is. Hood rat, hoochie mama. Yeah, that's you, boo. Why are you hiding from people that you have money that you need to pay them back for? Huh? You hiding in your friend's house and your friends, those same friends that you hiding from is the same friends that go set you up like a dog. They go set you up like a scarecrow. They go peel your skin back. Don't piss me off on this good freaking morning, eh? They go peel your skin back like a... Don't piss me off. Talking about Jesus Christ, where you don't even have Jesus in your freaking heart. Your blighted spirits of our hearts. Child, please. They go peel you back. I'm scared. They're gonna get me. Yeah, heifer, they're gonna get you. Now let's see where this Jesus is the next time you try to call upon them. Justice? I don't think so. You notice when people are in trouble, right? The first thing, the 2 things they like to call for is their mommy. Oh God, mommy, I need my mommy. Or they call forth God. God ain't gonna be there. And that derelict of that blighted womb of your mother won't be there either too. That's why your whole life blighted. Justice? No. Mommy not there. Mommy can't save you for what's getting ready to happen to you, Elrod. You L piece of shit. All right, my focus back on y'all. And I think the funny part about this, because I don't care, me don't business. Me don't friggin' business at all. But I feel what the fun part about this is that you don't even see this coming. Even me giving you the warning that you have your so-called friends getting ready to line and set you up, you still won't take heed to the message that I give to you. So we gonna hear about you somewhere in the ditch or somewhere in some piece of ravine somewhere. I know I never will understand that they come for me, but when I give the warning, they don't listen to the warning. And then when it happens, it's like, oh, I should have listened. Yeah, don't come for me. I keep telling you, do not come for me. You cannot out heckler, or you can out heckle the heckler. Okay? You owing big people money in the streets, but yet you refuse to pay, and you feeling these so-called friends is your friends. All right, well, keep thinking that one, Elrod. Keep thinking that. Let me keep moving forward. Anywho. So we have anxiety here. Okay. Depression. So this so-called friend here, is depressed because they can't get to you. You're not affected by what they've done to you. You didn't call them for help. You just like, oh, okay, you did that. Okay, cool, whatever. It's like, oh wait, you're not upset at me. You're not going to fight. No, what are you fighting for? Trash come on Thursdays here for me. I'm just going to take the shit outside and let the trash people take care of it. Ain't that what we paying them for? We pay them to haul our trash. So why am I arguing with trash? It smells, it stinks, it don't look good. It breaks down it pulls down the value of a place or a property. So I'm going to put it outside with the trash people, the nice trash men and trash women and sanitation workers that are being paid to do this service here. I'm going to let them handle that. Now we got suffering in silence here. Suffering in silence with black magic. Okay, whatever. Just because it's black don't mean you can't see it. See, when people think or feel that they're protected by dark magic or dark energy, they really feel like that it's hidden from them. Just because it's dark doesn't mean it's hidden. Just because it's dark doesn't mean that it's hidden. And they're learning and they're realizing that the things that they have done towards themselves here is not hidden from the world to see. Hey, T. It's say frenemy. Frenemy and something changes. They have to deal with that ex, not you. Good luck is in reverse. Spiritual awakening is in reverse. And even if they were to view this reading today, they don't know the time or day. I think that's the most scariest part for individuals who feel like they are, made out of Teflon, or they're invincible, that no one will see what's going on here. They don't know the time of day as to what is happening, but the energy is very, very, very thick. High priestess is in reverse. They're not a high priest or they're not a high priestess. This is spiritual. I can't say that on TikTok. It's a spiritual pre-transition. I'll put it in that way. Coming up against you with concern. This ex wants to come back towards you to ask you for your hand in marriage or want to propose some form of marriage to you. You don't want nothing to do with this Dusty. Nothing at all. There's no amount of money, no amount of I love yous or trying to rub your feet or rub your back. There's nothing that they can do or say to come back into your good graces, because once you're gone, you're gone. Pathway is in reverse. It's in reverse. So now that this ex realized that this friend set them up, it's a message of concern. And if they're, like I said, they doing Uber or Lyft, they need to be very careful, because you don't know who comes into the car. You need to be very careful with that, karmic friend. Very, very careful. You don't know who. And if they stop doing Uber or Lyft, they won't be able to make money. You see where the wedge comes in? You see where the blockages comes in? They thought that they were more high and mighty than you, whatever, however, we don't care. But they thought they're better than you. And they may be pushed or forced to a position where they might even be able to do Uber or Lyft because of the paranoia that is getting ready to set in. Oh, I don't know, and I can't, okay. You can't watch your back all the time, especially if you're driving a car and you got a passenger in the back. You don't know what they're doing behind there. So if they decide to quit Uber or Lyft, they don't have any money to come in, they're really in a tight bind. I keep saying karma works in mysterious ways. You don't know how karma is going to play out. So don't cause karma to other people. Do not. You don't like them, leave them alone. You see them, okay, cool. I don't like them, okay, that's fine. Leave them alone. You don't have to like somebody, but don't cause harm to them. Leave them alone. And they thought they can cause harm to you without you being aware. If you are connected to the divine, why would you not be aware? Make this make sense? They thought that you wouldn't be aware, so they thought it was the best thing to do. Okay. Okay. Gut instinct is all messed up. Gut instinct. They're probably sick to their stomach. They're trying to figure out how to get out of Dodge. They're being filled with lots of challenges on the day-to-day. Can they repent? I think we passed that stage. Repenting. Repenting is for individuals that made a mistake, a legitimate mistake, an honest mistake, and they're able to repent for that, whatever that mistake may be, meaning that they realize that was a mistake. They feel very sorrowful, or they feel sorry for what they've done, and they get another opportunity, another chance. No, not them. They do the wickedness, they do the foulness, then they, oh God, and God help me, God help me. They get the repent. Okay, then they go back. Once they get the repent, or once they get the permission to get another opportunity to start over, they bring back the same foolishness that they're doing, but they it's even more. 10 times and 20 times and 30 times and 40 and 50 and 60 times, even harsher, to the point where they've exhausted all of their repentance. There's no repenting for these individuals. There's no repenting for these riffraffs. They challenged you, and they realize that you are the big dog. They realize that you are the big dog in this MF. You are. And they realizing that they should have never lied on you, because now they're realizing that this ex wants all the smoke with them. That's between them and the police. Let them do what they need to do. I was going to say it's between them and God, but that energy not even anywhere near them. How you walk in this earth with no spiritual protection? Do you know the ickiness and the nastiness that walk this earth on a day-to-day, and you don't have no spiritual protection from spirit? You must have did something very, very heinous for you to not have spiritual protection from spirit. But yet again, this so-called friend feels like they're protected, and I'm telling you, they're not. They're not. It's a facade. They're not. They don't even protect themselves from the elements. Well, why would you say something like that? Because look what they're doing. They're literally putting themselves in harm's way. And every time a person put themselves in harm's way, your protection is stripped. Slowly but surely. Well, if you keep putting yourself in harmful situations, eventually that protection is going to fade away. Does that make sense? It's going to fade away. Because you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay. Until that cycle, they keep going through that very rigorous hardship of a cycle, eventually is going to break down. Okay. It's not your fault. Okay. Support is in reverse. Numb is upright. Judgment is upright. They're numb to feelings. All they want to do is hurt you. They're not hurting you, they're hurting themselves. They got people on their back. You don't have anybody on your back. They got people on your back. And if anybody decides to be on your back, they will be met with your spiritual team. That's where your support comes in. Your spirit protects your front, your back, and your sides. Sometimes you don't even have to lift a finger, because of how protected you are. And you are protected because you're keeping yourself protected from negative elements. Does that make sense? You're not putting yourself in harm's way. You're not doing anything that can potentially cause some form of a catastrophic event in your life, because the more that you stay to yourself, or the more that you stay in a protective state or bubble here, the more you're going to be supported. It's really that simple. It's not rocket science. I promise you, it's not. It's not rocket science, but we ain't dealing with smart ones, clearly. And they're reckless because of it. They're reckless because they feel or think that they are protected. How you gonna be reckless and think that you protected? That doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Yeah, no, yeah, and God got me. Oh, okay. How much more times will God have you if you continue keep doing the same reckless, ignorant thing, indignant thing over and over and over and over again? That's called enabling. And they feel that spirit or the universe or God or whoever, however, is going to enable their recklessness. Oh, okay. Well, keep thinking that one, little dog. Keep thinking that karma, negative karma, is going to support your recklessness. Keep thinking that. Or, sorry, positive karma. Keep thinking positive karma is going to support your negative recklessness. Because that doesn't make sense. They unprepared. Right on time. They were poor investments within themselves or to themselves, which ended up in a necessary ending. Then we also have fear as well too. Closed door. Yep. Friend can't talk to you. You don't want nothing to do with that filth. Ex can't talk to you. You don't want anything to do with that filth. So they have to face themselves head to head, toe to toe. You have nothing to do with this. Clarity is in reverse. Saddle, 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 sad. Saddle, 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 sad. It's like they became sensitized or desensitized to trauma, to heartache, to pain, to abuse, to violence, the so-called friend. And that's exactly where they're getting ready to be in that space in. I mean, that's what they wanted. That's what you get. Whatever you want is what you're going to get. Whatever you want is what you're going to get, whether that's a positive thing or that's a negative thing. Whatever you want is what you will receive. I highly, highly, highly advise you to think nothing but great things in order for those things to manifest into your world or to your life. Don't do anything foolish. Don't. There's always a backbite or a backlash in regards to the foolish thing that you decide to do. And I know we all been there. We were younger. I get it. I understand. But when you were younger and you went through your foolish experience, did you learn from it? Yeah. Yeah, I learned from it. Yeah. It was a hard lesson. Yeah, I learned from it. And when you learned from it, did you see your protection up or your protection start to enhance or increase when you learned from the lesson? The reason why the protection dissipates is because people don't learn from their mistake. They get 1 or 2 or 3 pardons or passes, and they think that this energy, this karmic energy, is going to enable them to keep doing it here, and it always hits them when they least expect it. At least expect it. It's a entrance in reverse. How they gonna get this protection back when they go through the karma? When they paid all their dues, their deficits of dues, their deficits energy, when they paid that back towards their karma, then they could regain their protection of whatever, however. But until then, since they're in the deficit, since they're in the red, they can't, they're just, it's nothing. That's what happens when you dance with the devil. Dance with them, I don't care. You could dance, you can gyrate, you can whine, you could twerk, you could do whatever you want to do amongst that devil. But just know that devil always have tricks up its sleeve. Always. So dance and whine and twerk or whatever, however you do, do it. That devil love that type of dance. Do it. You're on your own though. I'm hearing muskrat. Muskrat. So maybe you went to in high school with the, what do you call it? The logo or the, Mascots was a muskrat. I'm hearing muskrat, mascot. Someone's name is Matthew. Marlene, Mayla, Maria. Someone's from Michigan. You could be from Dearborn. Poughkeepsie keeps popping up. Islip. 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 I'm hearing Canterbury. Canterbury, or I think it's Bery. Canterbury. Canterbury. Someone's from Providence. I'm also hearing tectonic plates. Maybe you're a geologist. Maybe you're going to school to become a geologist. Someone's doing a love spell right now. It's going to backfire. So why are you doing a love spell to set someone up? You don't have to do a love spell for that. Do the love spell on you. Why are you doing a love spell on other people? That's just odd. Somebody's trying to have a hold on your heart space, or trying to soften the heart so that way they can come in. It's not going to work. Why are you doing a love spell on the collective? It's not going to work. The collective don't want you. Someone's going to school to become a chemist, a biologist, a virologist. You may love viruses or biology. Somebody could be going to Temple University. Maybe you just received a full ride to Temple University. Congratulations. Someone's going to Drexel University. Thank you. I'm hearing Hogwarts. You could be a Perry, Lord, what's his name? Not Perry Hotter, Lord, y'all. What's that little guy's name? I said Perry Hotter. What is that child's name, child? Harry Potter. I'm sorry, I said Perry Potter. Maybe somebody's name is Perry. Maybe somebody's name, I'm sorry, Harry Potter. Maybe someone's name is Perry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But I'm hearing the School of Hogwarts. Okay, so we have the judgment here. So I feel like, someone's into cosplay. Cosplay. Or you may go to a convention and you dressed up in certain type of character. Someone loves Sailor Moon. You may cosplay as Sailor Moon, or what do you call that? Like Naruto. Whatever. It's a certain name. What's that genre with Naruto? Anime. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to think of it like, yes. You may love Naruto, however you pronounce it, child, okay? Or you may love anime. You may have a lot of swords, okay? Naruto. I don't know everything, child. Somebody watching The Price is Right. Somebody eating biscuits, or you making your biscuits from scratch, or you love to cook. You may be like a homebody. May love to, like all of your love comes through cooking. Somebody's making roti. I want some. Give me some. Like a curry roti. Somebody's making like a stew beef. Someone's making fish and chips. Someone's making cake, like a cranberry, raspberry tart, or a cake, or something to that nature. Someone's making a lemon tart, a lime tart, or lemon lime tart. Someone knows how to make pies, so like a lemon meringue pie. Someone's going to restudy their test to pass their driver's license test. You're going to pass. Maybe this is like the third or fourth time. You're going to pass. Okay, you may have been a little frustrated. Don't worry, it's okay. It's all for a reason. But you're going to pass this time around. Okay. Someone's making chicken noodle soup. Someone loves to cook, whether you're a man or a woman. Okay, you love to cook. You may sell platters out of your home. And if you do, it's going to do extremely well. So if you're wanting to like cook for other people, or you may cook for a community, you may cook for the homeless as well too. Whatever you're doing is going to bring forth a lot of fortune for you. 9 of Cups. Okay. And I'm going to end it here with the Death card and the 9 of Swords here. It's not a pretty ending for this friend and this toxic friend and this unhinged lover here. But you're going to hear about it. Yep, justice. You're going to hear about it. And as you hear about what happened with this individual here, you're moving forward. Stop playing with people's heart and stop lying to people. You don't know how people are going to react to certain things. You don't know how people are going to respond to certain things. And I highly advise anyone, whether you are on the negative side of things or the positive side of things, please don't lead people on and don't steer anyone on. Don't do it, because you don't know how they're going to react. So strong Libra, strong Libra. We have Leo here. We have Capricorn. We have Taurus. Yes, you don't know who backs who. Leave people alone. Leave them alone. We have Libra, strong Libra. Aries, Gemini, one more, Sagittarius. What y'all having for dinner tonight? I'm gonna get me some crabs today. Yeah, I'm gonna have me a crab boil today. Yes, I can't wait. I'm about to go get my crabs, child. Yes, sit down and eat me some good crabs and. Yeah. I love you guys. Y'all go out there, be freaking great. You are phenomenal in all that you do. Okay? I never had that fried blue crab fingers. That sounds so good. I never had that. I may do like a curry crab, may add some coconut milk to it. We'll see. See how I feel. But I wish you nothing but success. Whoever's watching me on the right side of things. I always want you to remember this and never, ever, ever forget this. You are freaking awesome. You're so awesome. You are so dynamic. You're so phenomenal. And whatever you decide to set your beautiful mind to, I hope that it manifests in the way that you are anticipating or that you expect. You deserve the world. And I'm very, very, very happy for you. And I'm rooting for you. And I wish you nothing but the best. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all go out there, be great. Get your book. And don't forget, I created a group. I'm actually getting ready to post on there. The group is called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It's on Facebook. So if you would like to get more insight surrounding narcissism, or just being in a safe space in a community where you can, learn from other people, or more so like myself here, is going to help you to unravel all of, let's say, the shadow parts maybe that you may need help with or assistance with here. That group was created to help you to see beyond the wounds. So Wisdom Beyond Wounds. And this book is currently available on Amazon. And don't forget to check out the Facebook group. It's also called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It's a public group. So definitely get yourself in there, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love, love, love you guys. Mwah. You are so freaking great and awesome. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you. Mwah. See you later. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love, love, love. See you later.